I'm still working on that Boro inspired sewing caddy from Jennifer Clouston, and I, I've been having some difficulties, and I thought, well, if I'm having difficulties, I can't be the only one having difficulties. So I thought I would share my progress and my difficulties with you. And I honestly think for me, it's because this is all new for me. I still consider myself a beginner at a lot of this. I literally have never put a zipper in anything, and I have only ever worked with a pattern, I think once. I think I've only ever I think I made a dress for my daughter when she was younger, so I've only ever made something once, and it didn't require a zipper, and I mean, it was super cute. I really liked it. I don't know. So, and I think because I had such difficulty with that I decided sewing wasn't for me back then, or at least not back then. I don't know. I just found it either too time consuming or too difficult, so I kind of gave up on it for a while, but I really wanted to get back into it. So I'm not making clothes. I'm not to that point. I'm not making clothes. I'm just enjoying the process of stitching and stuff, but I really wanted this bag. I really wanted to make this bag. It's super cute. Like I said, we're going on vacation, and it's a 12-hour drive in the car. So I thought this would be good to have, like, to finish and have and take on the road trip. So my difficulty right now is I'm to the part where you're making the pocket, and then you have to prep the zippers. This part isn't the part that I was having difficulty with, but I still thought I would show you where I am. So I have this one done, and I may have put too much stitching in them, but I wasn't sure exactly where to stitch to begin with. So anyways, there's that. So I'll show you. So, like, I prepared the tabs that go on the ends. So now I'll prepare my zipper. So because the tab needs to come down, there's a little bit of zipper end that sticks up right there, so I need to trim that off. And keeping this straight is important. I did learn that, because if they don't, not just don't line up, but if one is, at an angle or something, it makes this sit crooked. So we are, oh no, I needed to keep one of those. So here we go. So, and with this end, to get it to stay together, I still got that off even with it zipped. I did find that it's easier to get these to stay together if you unzip the zipper. And I don't need it to go that far, so come here, get on there. Okay, so then I'm going to zip that before I stitch it to make sure that it's so I can pull that back just a hair, but it's going to make the zipper come apart again. And somebody out there probably knows an easier way for this than I do, but we're going with it. Okay, so I have just quilting cotton, Orifil quilting cotton on my needle. I don't know what else to use. There was no specific instructions on what to use, so this is a strong cotton thread, so I thought it would work. And then it just says stitch it on. I can't do a scoop stitch. With this, I feel like I don't get it in there all the way. So stab stitch is what it is for now. And I'm not sure how much of these stitches are going to show. And I just jump across over here. And preferably keep your thread on your needle. And don't stab yourself. Make sure I'm not bleeding. Okay. Just didn't want to get blood on the zipper. Would not be attractive. Hazards of holding a needle. These are not straight and they're not even. I'm hoping it doesn't matter. And then now, if this is the incorrect way or unnecessary way or whatever to sew a zipper, sorry, but it worked for me the first time, so that's what we continued. If there's an easier way, by all means share it. I'll give it a try next time. Just gonna run this out over here. That might be unnecessary too, but we shall see. Now it says to trim the edges of the tab to the edges of the zipper. I am leaving a little extra space just because I don't want to risk cutting the edge of the zipper. Okay, so there's that one done. So then now we have to measure this to, and so on mine, I've increased the size by about 20%, 15 to 20%. Because I wanted it larger, because mine isn't for an airplane tray table, where Jennifer's was for an airplane tray table. So I made mine a bit larger because it's going to sit on my lap desk in the car. So I didn't need it to be small enough to fit an airplane tray table. There's 8 1/4. And now then the 8 1/4 down to that. So then you trim your zipper to the size that you need it to be. And then sew your other tab on. This one's a little bit easier because you don't have to hold the ends together. I just found that holding those ends together on that one was super difficult, so it was easier with it unzipped. Yeah, the zipper wasn't pushing them apart. Good grief. I was about to be a boo-boo. Now Jennifer does say when you order her pattern that if you have any questions to message her, email her, and ask. And I seriously considered that last night, but then I was like, I don't know how long it'll take for her to get back to me, and I'm impatient, so I just powered through. And I don't know if it was just me or if I was just overly tired last night or what, but I had the most difficult time cutting out these little strips. And these little strips, you probably can't see the difference. So there's that. And there's this one. But then this piece gave me the most difficult. And I was like, what is going on? I had to cut and recut that thing. I don't know how many times. And finally I was like, fine, I'm just going to draw it out and then cut it. So I ended up doing that. And I finally got a usable, no, I didn't even, because I drawed it out and I cut it out and I still ended up off. So I finally was like, you know what? I'm just going to cut a big piece. Just cut a big piece off. So I cut a big piece of material off of my yard of material, which is not even a yard anymore, but so I just cut a big piece of material off. And then I just cut it down. I don't know why I was having so much difficulty last night, but I was. And like I stayed up late working on it just because it was giving me such fits, and I was just like, my goodness. So I'm not sure if it was me or the material or just a combination of things, but nothing was working like I wanted it to last night. So I finally, like, once I got all my pieces cut, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm going to bed and I'll work on it tomorrow. So here we are. Oh, come on. Let's see if I can get that back on there. I can't do it with that thimble on. I really like my thimble, but I cannot do anything else with it on. It's almost like having a missing end of my finger. Like all of a sudden that finger does not work properly, and I'm used to it working properly, and then I can't do anything. Okay, so my 2 zippers are done. Yay. Now this is the part that I'm not sure I fully understand. So I thought, you know, trial and error, see what works, see what doesn't, give it a go, and hopefully figure it out along the way. So these are the zipper casings. So it says to fold these yeah, these are the zipper casings. So it says to fold these in half, wrong sides together. And it says press well. Well, let me pause and go press these. So this is what it says to do, is to fold them in half, wrong sides together. Okay, so I'm going to do all of these like this, and I'm going to go press them, and then I will be back. Let's see. Place the folded zipper casings raw edges together onto the right side of the pocket panel. Well, Okay, I think this is correct. I hope this is correct. Sew in place using a half seam seam allowance. So I'm just going to continue using my quilting cotton. Okay, well, if this is not how it's supposed to be, then I guess we'll just take it out and start over. Half inch. Half inch. These little things have handy dandy markers on them. So that far down is a half inch. So I really feel like I should mark this now, because I can't do a straight line without a mark. So let's just excuse me. Let's just do that. So this measures at an inch. Okay. Goodness, something's got my allergies stirred up again. Okay. Now then. Normally, I'm not this precise. Well, and normally I'm not doing anything that needs to be precise. I'm a little off down here, so I'll bring it up. Throw in a back stitch for good measure. So happy Thanksgiving week, which by the time I get this posted, it will probably be after Thanksgiving. I put my tree up last night. I've been watching Christmas movies for weeks now, probably since before Halloween, or at least since Halloween. I love Christmas movies. And of course, you have your favorites. I just like the cheesy, sappy ones. Like, honestly, I don't even care that they're cheesy and sappy. They're just feel-good movies. So, and I just finished a Christmas. Actually, I finished 2 Christmas books. One was a mystery Christmas, not like thriller mystery or murder mystery, but a hidden book that had to be found in a secret library in an old castle in Scotland. That was fun. It was cute. That was the book. That was a book that I read. And then one was just a Christmas in Copenhagen or something like that. Just a little rom-com Christmas book. It was super cute. Again, they don't have to be just Pulitzers. I just like, I don't know, the cheesy comfort of Christmas, maybe. Maybe that's what I want. But I'm the same way with my Christmas movies. I just want feel-good Christmas movies that hit all the spots. Now then. I'm going to do a lock stitch and then I'm going to do a knot. Okay, so now it says fold the zipper casing in on itself. So does it mean like this? And place the zipper in between the layers of the fabric. So I gotta figure out which way I want the zipper to open. So that would be this way. Okay. Down here. I'm hoping this is what it means. And reading it without doing it, reading it while you're not, I'm a visual learner. So reading it while I'm not doing it, just sitting, like, because I tried, like, just to sit and read the instructions and be like, oh, okay, I get it. I could not visualize it, so I could not understand it. And I just was struggling, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to have to put this together, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll take it apart and ask for help. So that's what we're doing. We're just putting it together, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll start again. Because this, like I said, I'm a visual learner, and if I just can't visualize it, if I can't see it, it doesn't always compute. Okay. Maybe that's what that meant. Okay. So now stitch this together with a 1/4 inch from the edge. Okay, let's see. And that'll be my husband coming home. So you don't want to watch me do these running stitches anyway, so I'll have to cut this part out in a second when he comes in and is loud. I don't know if I'm supposed to be going a 1/4 inch from here or a 1/4 of an inch from here. I'm not sure. It does feel like they're going in straight, but they're going in at an angle for some reason. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. Real baby, maybe I should have marked that one too. But I'm trying to make sure I'm getting all of my material back here too. Gonna have to get another piece of thread. And if you watched my last video, I'm still using my curvy bent quilting needle. I haven't replaced it yet. Okay, I see. It'll be okay. I am gonna have to trim these strings off on the back side. I feel like I was saying something earlier. Oh, we were talking about Christmas, weren't we? I put my tree up because my daughter wanted to know if I had any ornaments that she could have, because they have a house, like one she can decorate this year, and she got a tree, and she was like, I've not been able to decorate before, so I need some ornaments. So I was like, well, I don't know what you can have until I go through and get all the ones that, you know, I'm gonna use out and see what's left. And so I did that. Got up in the attic and got the tree down, and oh, good grief, I thought I had missed it. Ugh. Twice today. Thought I had it out of the way. This might be another step that pressing might help with, but it might, I don't know, it might not. Can't scoop. Well, there's one part of the zipper on now. What does it say? Repeat for the remaining zipper casings. Okay, so we know that this goes here, so let's see, this would have to go okay, so here, and then fold back over. So then that makes that zipper casing for that side. I increased my size. So Jennifer's size starts out at a 7 by 14, and then once it's finished, it's 6 1/4 by 12 1/2. I increased mine to a 9 by 18 to begin with, so it finishes at 8 1/4 by 16 1/2. So, I mean, I didn't increase it just a whole lot, but it's I guess about 15 to 20% increase on it, which I thought would be a good size for me for traveling. Plus, I don't do English paper piecing, and that's what she keeps in hers. I thought, you know, it would hold bigger projects, if that makes sense. Not that English paper piecing can't be big, just all the pieces are small. Oh yeah, this I needed to mark. Covered it up again. Maybe if I measure from this direction, it won't be so difficult on me for stitching. And then not pull so hard this time. Yesterday was a busy day running errands. And then I did stop by the thrift store yesterday, and I did find an old quilt. Just one. And it was not a large one, it's a small one, but it's okay. I'm excited. I washed it. It's in the dryer. I haven't gotten it out yet. But it's old and it does look handmade. And I'm excited to see what I can do with that. Okay, let's see. So if I turn this way. Put this here like this. Oh, you know what? This was a thrift store find. I showed you guys in my last video that I was like super excited about. That helps. That helps. Look at that. That made it. Yay. Okay. That did help. Ooh. What is it with? Oh, y'all, I'm getting excited. I think I'm finally getting it right. Oh my gosh. like I said, I couldn't visualize it, so I couldn't understand it. So now that I'm seeing it, I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, now I have to stitch that on, and I need more thread. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, there's one half of the pocket panel done. So I'm gonna go turn my Christmas movie back on and do the other end. I'm gonna turn both my zippers the same way. So when I do this one, it'll be facing away from me. But there is that. So yay, I'm excited. This is looking fabulous. Got strings all over me. Okay, well, I'm gonna go sit and watch my Christmas movie and finish putting this together. It's looking good. Oh, I did do a little bit of work on my snippet scroll. I will eventually put a tab and a button on here to hold it closed. I did add some more material to it, so I only had like 2 pieces, and then I had that pillowcase that I was if you watched my last video, it was the little tag squares that I did with the flowers on them. So I had used this pillowcase material to hold it into the hoop, and so I had these pieces left over from that I didn't want to waste, so I just attached them to my scroll. So I'll put a tab on here. It's been up against my Dr. Pepper can, so it's gotten a little damp. I'll attach a tab to here and a button to here and use that as a closure later on, but right now that's what I've done. This was cast on stitches around a French knot center. I like doing cast on stitches more than I thought I would. Like, I was intimidated by cast on stitches, and I was like, you know what, it's a snippet roll, it's a great place to test it out and practice. So that's what I did, and I liked it. Like, they're much easier than I thought they were going to be. Those are single twisted chain stitches, and then those are just lazy daisies, French knots and feather stitch, and that's the twisted chain. herringbone, then just straight stitches over here. I did some like burrow stitching over here, or shashiko. I'm murdering that one, sorry. I can't remember exactly how to pronounce that or how it's spelled right off the top of my head. But anyways, I did that there, and then some straight stitches up here, and so that was just sitting watching TV evening. Back to my Christmas movies. But anyways, so I'm going to finish this up. So that's how you do that. If you had any questions, if you didn't know how to do it, I didn't know how to do it, so we learned something together. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.